Broccoli rabe is actually a member of the cabbage family, and just like cabbage, it can pack a nutritional punch. Chef Swanson is back to share a delicious recipe. It's from the Mediterranean diet.
Yes.
And I know last time you were here, we talked a little bit about it, but for anyone that might have missed, break it down for us again.
Well, one of the things that they use a lot in the Mediterranean is olive oil. And almost always they use garlic. So we're going to start with the olive oil and the garlic. They also use lots of vegetables. They use all the colors of the rainbow and not so many meat products. So a lot less beef, a lot less chicken, a lot of fish. But I find that people kind of think of their vegetables they put them to the back of the burner.
They're kind of the side dishes, right?
Yeah, they don't think about them and focus on them. And I like to take them and make them wonderful by adding lots of different vegetables together at one time.
And I know that you also like to try and not have meat at least one day a week, right?
Exactly. Actually, I'm trying to stretch that
You
out.
are?
And
Okay.
make it, 3 or 4 days a week because it's just better for you.
All right, well, let's get cooking.
Okay, we're going to start with a little bit of olive oil, and I have some garlic and red pepper flakes in there. And you probably know, because you've watched me cook greens, this is the way I start any greens.
Okay.
So spinach or arugula or any kind, chard, any kind of green. This is a great way to infuse the oil with lots of flavor. So this is on very, very low.
Okay.
When you start to smell the garlic, then you're ready to turn it up and move on to the next step.
Which I just noticed when you said that. You're a pro.
You should use your nose. So here we have some cherry tomatoes.
Okay.
And we're just going to cook those till they burst. I cut them in half just to move things along a little bit faster, but you can leave them whole. And once that gets nice and hot, we'll use the back of the spoon to smash them a little bit. And that adds some beautiful color and some nice acid. And now we're ready to get our broccoli rabe, and this is what it looks like.
It's kind of confused. Is it broccoli? Is it
lettuce?
Exactly.
Exactly.
A little bit of everything here.
All kinds of goodies in there. So I just brought some water to a boil and put some salt in there.
Okay.
And we're just going to blanch it for about 3 or 4 minutes.
Is it going to shrink down like a spinach or not really?
Not quite as much as spinach, because you see it has the stalk on it, and that kind of keeps it bulky.
Got it. How are your cooking classes going?
They've been great.
Have they? Good.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are getting back into the kitchen because that's the best way to eat healthfully.
Sure, make it yourself.
Exactly. You know what goes in it. So once this gets nice and hot, this is my broccoli rabe that I've already blanched.
Oh, okay.
And this is what it looks like. Beautiful, bright green. And I just chopped it up a little bit, so we're going to add that. And now we need a little bit of seasoning. So just a little bit of salt.
Okay.
We don't need much else because we've got the garlic and the red pepper flakes in there. And if you like things spicy, add more. If you like things less spicy, just add a tiny bit of the red pepper flakes.
Okay. This is fairly easy so far, Sherry.
It really is. And this dish, we're going to put it on some crostini, but you could put it over pasta. You could use it as a side dish. You could eat it just by itself, and it's delicious.
Very good.
And then we have some cannellini beans that they're just canned, that I've rinsed and drained, and a little bit of sage on top of that, so a little more flavor. So that's one thing that Americans don't have in their diet as much as they should, and that's beans.
Got it.
They're inexpensive, they're delicious, and they're really good for you.
Okay.
So now you just want to let all these flavors marry just a little bit. And you see you've got a nice shine from the olive oil. You don't need a whole lot, just a little. And then we'll finish that off with a little bit of Parmesan and red
You can't go
radishes.
wrong with that, right?
No, you can't. So that kind of makes the whole dish special. You've got all of these flavors together. You've cooked the olive oil really slow. And then we have some crostini down there.
Looks fabulous. We're going to dig into this.
Exactly.
Typically, how long do we cook this for?
About 4 minutes.
Three,
Yep.
4 minutes.
So you would take it out and you would let it drain a little bit.
Okay.
And let it cool, because you don't want to chop it up when it's really hot. And you could even do it the night before. I almost always make extra of this and eat it in several ways during the week.
Great. Now, how are things going at Middlebury Consignment? I know that you're there a lot.
Yes, they've been great. I'm both in the cafe and doing the cooking classes. And we've been very busy in the cafe, and the cooking classes are going great. Can't wait for spring and all the new vegetables come out.
That it gets you excited? You like that?
Yes, yes.
I know you're a big fan of the farmers market, so you probably are waiting for that, right?
Absolutely. I'm waiting for that first asparagus to come. It's a couple months away still, but...
Sounds good. All right. Well, we're going to taste this at the end of the show, and of course, we'll have the recipe over at WTNH.com. Sherry, as always, thanks for the healthy recipe.
Thank you.
All right. Coming up next, we'll meet a woman who thinks the world needs more love letters when style returns. Don't go anywhere.